What's going on, everybody? So we're here in my basement and my RO system, showing you the product line, my RODI water container along with my saltwater container, which I've showed previously. So here is the back of my RO unit, and I'm changing everything over to the upgrade of 150 gallons. So this is the membrane container that the RO membrane goes into. Now that little top piece right there, I actually had to replace that because the original piece broke. Somehow it must have fell and cracked. So I had to replace that. So now I'm just putting on the brackets on the RO membrane housing, and then that just goes on top of the existing RO container that is on my original RO system. So we are putting this on like so. It's a little difficult with the flow stopper. So I take a wrench here to push in, I don't know, those little connectors. You have to like push it in and then pull out the RO tubing. It's giving me a little bit of difficulty, but nothing that's, just a little persistent can't handle. I wish I had a smaller wrench. It would have been a lot easier, but because it's such a bigger wrench, I really couldn't get all the sides that I needed to get down to be able to pull out the RO tubing. So it was just giving me a little bit of a hassle, but I was able to get a couple more seconds here. I'm able to pull it out. Now once I pull that out, I'll be able to slide on or push down really on the RO membrane housing, the existing one with the new one. So I'm just putting that over to the side and I'm putting that on like so. And you just push down. If you take a look at my pinky, I had an accident with me and the razor, and that kind of hurt. So I had to stop and take care of my gushing wound. So here I'm just moving everything in a little bit more of a comfortable position to rework all the tubing. So now at this point, that's the wastewater gets connected to the top portion of the new membrane, the new RO membrane. Now the blue product line is the product water after the DI resin and all that good stuff. The black is the waste. So now I have to create a new line from the pre-existing RO container and hook that up to the top portion of the existing one. Now I'm just here, I was just measuring it out, trying to leave just a little bit of slack. You never know when you might need it, and then boom, it just cuts real easy. And we just push it in, and you could actually feel it when you push it in when it's all the way in. It's hard to explain, but if you've done it before, which I'm sure everyone has, you already kind of know when it actually goes in. So after redoing the wastewater line, so now I have to take out the existing product water line and add a Y fitting to that, a Y push fitting. So now I have to create two new water lines from the bottom tube that's left from the existing RO canister, and then another one for the new RO canister. So here I'm just kind of measuring it out, trying to not have too much slack on these lines. You want a little bit of room where you'll be able to move stuff around if need be, but sometimes you don't want too much slack because then it doesn't sit right. it's just too much of slack, and it's just, you know, it's just hard on one or the other two push fittings, which is exactly what happened with mine. So here I'm cutting the second line. So basically you only have 2 push fittings left, and each of those push fittings have to be filled with, or not filled, but each of those 2 push fittings have to have the blue product line attached to it. As you can see, the wrench is still giving me some difficulty. So I push it in. It was a little too tight. It just wasn't enough slack on the top RO membrane. Now I'm going to be showing you a picture on here once this is complete, and then I'm going to point out where it was just a little too tight. So this is the top portion of the Y fitting was a little too tight. It just wasn't enough. It needed to be a little bit longer. The bottom of the yellow product line was a little, you can't really see it here, but the product line after the Y was a little too long. I actually had to shorten that up. So here I have it back on the container, on the wall, kind of as a finished product. This is everything here. The new RO membrane attached to the existing RO membrane in the existing RO system. Now we're going to be doing a test fitting on this soon, but of course I'm going to label the top RO membrane, because these membranes are supposed to be good between 2 to 3 years. So it's all labeled, so I know when to replace it. Too bad I didn't have this type of thinking when I originally installed the RO. Had to redo some of this work here with the lines, the product lines. They were just too tight. I had to lengthen them and shorten some. I had to take that off, put some plumbing tape on there. As you can see, I scarred the hell out of it with the pliers, but it's nice and tight now, and I have no issues with leaks. Here I have 50 psi. I was told, or I was watching, that it's supposed to be like 60 or 65. My original RO pressure was 60, like 2. I had no issues, but I guess adding that second membrane must have taken a little bit of pressure away. As you can see, my in product water TDS is 15, and out is 0, like it's supposed to be, the way that it should be. Whenever you have any issues with that, guys, just place it immediately. This is why I'm having some of the issues of cyano that I'm having now, because I did not pay attention to my RO unit during my little hiatus from not just YouTube, just from my tank in general. But this is it, guys. It's all done. Product order is going, and I'll let you know my review after. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned.